Welcome back to Sudbury Meadows. Just working on, just finished up cultivating here last time. We are going to look at seeding here hopefully this afternoon as the temperature rises. I was able to order up some seed and had it delivered using a mod that allows me to do that for a fee. So it cost me $45 to have both of these delivered to this exact spot. So that was super handy, and I feel relatively realistic as there was a fee to have it brought down. So I like that. This is our field here again. This is one we just cultivated, and we are planning on seeding wheat into there, and then that'll leave us with some straw that we can save up and use for the cattle when we get to that point. But for right now, I am going to, we'll get the seeder hooked up to it. We'll get it filled up. I bought two. I wasn't sure 100% how much it was going to require. So I think that'll be, it's not a very big field, so I'm hoping that'll be just 2 bags or 2,000 liters. So let's see if we can back up straight here, ish, and could probably just do this too. Guess I found it. All right. And like I said in the last video here, we are pretty new to setting up with manual attach, so I'm going to learn a little bit better on that. Get used to it as we go. So I have a front weight I'm gonna put on the front of this too, because it definitely looks like I need it. So just back up here, spin around, and oh, our seeder is full of seed. I guess I should have checked that out before purchasing more, but we do have lots now. Alright, so let's get the front weight on here because it definitely needs it. And I need to remember that I have to do manual attach because I was just trying to get that on there. Sure, that works. Alright, so lift that weight up. Yep, definitely. Works way better. Way better with the weight. Alright, so this is ready to go. Temperature is climbing, so we're not really ready yet, but we are going to be close. Now, let's go. So I'll get this tractor sitting here and ready to go. Because we're going to be back to that here pretty quick. Alright, so there's not really a whole lot else I need to work on at the moment. We are going to need to pick up a fertilizer also. Definitely don't have that, and definitely will need, I guess, to have some fertilizer delivered. But we may just be able to get that right at the store, fill up the fertilizer equipment, and it's not going to take a whole lot of fertilizer for this field, even on 2 passes, I don't believe. So I am questioning now if I should even bother keeping this other tractor or not, or if I could sell it. I mean, the harvester, it's not that we're going to need it right away, but at some point we will, and since we own it, it can just sit there, save us from trying to buy it later, having to lease it later. So let's go in here. We should go up. We're going to go in the house here. We'll take a look in the computer. We'll take a look on our map. I want to see what we have for other options, field options that are nearby here that we can afford. So this one's pretty close to the yard is small, very small, and about 90,000. Number 4 is another close one that's relatively small, 126. So both of those we could afford either one of them. The bigger fields we definitely could not, but they do come, it looks like, with a lot of grass edging on these two. Even number 4 has some, so it's pretty important for what we're needing to do. Unless we're going to have a grass field. Number 2 actually would be perfect size, probably just to turn right into a grass field, and work with hay and if we need to make silage and any of that other stuff, come right off of field number 2. Could keep number 1 an arable and do our cereal crops or whatever we want to keep in there to keep producing for that and go from there. So another thing we're going to need too by fall is a way to bale. So we're going to need a baler. We got to pick up our fertilizer equipment. So after all that, our 141 is not going to be much left in there. So, and then we also need a way to move the bales. Now we're pretty close here to our farmyard with field number 1. So not too concerned even moving one bale at a time back and forth with the tractors and the huge end of the world, but we will probably look at getting a trailer at some point and hopefully storing them in under the roof. So all right, we'll get out of there. I think we just need ground temperature to go up about 1 more degree here, and then we'll be able to get along with seeding. Since it's fresh in my head, I just want to take a quick look, feel what field number 2 even looks like. Sneak through the bushes here, and this is our tiny field number 2. So if we do end up purchasing this is where it is, that's how close it is, and I still think that would work very well for our grass field, silage field, hay, and eventually we want to get onto here. That'll be nice. That might need a little wider equipment, but we'll see. Take all day to work on that one with this stuff. But I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to push ahead a little bit and get some time moving. We'll come back hopefully early afternoon, and our temperature will hopefully be around that 5-degree mark, and we'll get to work. Alright, so from the looks of it here, moved ahead a couple hours. Our ambient temperature now is 5 degrees. Our ground temperature is 4. Just going to go back here. We have 5 degrees for our cereal crop. Kind of thinking I'm just going to run with it and see what happens. I know I could wait until tomorrow, but doesn't leave me anything else yet to do for this afternoon too much. So I'm gonna get to work. So we're on. Let's turn it on. There we go. And we're rolling. Bet you that works now. There we go. So I thought I'd try something different. I don't want to do full-on role play here with this series. At least not on my first go at trying to do a realistic series. So I thought, well, let's just do a lot of easy let's play and see how that worked out with doing seasons and trying to be as realistic as possible. Now, Not really sure how that marker helped me at all here. Just drive in the mark. Alright, well, looking around I did miss a piece, so I don't know, we'll fix that up here in a bit, but I don't think that's, those things are overly helping me out anyway, so. Try and follow this, try and keep it straight here. I don't know, I like doing the headlands. I know it's probably not a normal thing to do this, but I like to outline everything and then work in between the outline for some reason. So I'm just going to do that quick here. May be silly or seem unneeded, but it is done now. So I guess, has anybody else played on this map? I know this was part of I believe the mod competition that Giants had. It's my first time on it. I had downloaded it when it first came out for the mod competition. I just had not had a chance to take the time to play it, and then I decided I should try doing a series on it. So here we are. But yeah, let me know in the comments if anybody else has tried this map out, played on it, what your thoughts on it were. I know there's a lot of good maps that came out with that mod competition, and I've played a few of them to kind of play with it and test it out a little bit, but I haven't. I don't think I did a series on any of those. So this is my first one on a mod map from the competition. So kind of thought about just doing some one-off episodes or live streams of any of the other maps that I've kind of played on a little bit, just in my own time, and kind of show where I'm at with those. But we'll see if we get to that. Kind of gonna try and focus on, I think, on one series. In the past, I was trying to do 2 series at a time, and I think I need to focus on one right now and get in a groove, and if that works out, then I can always, if I have time, I can add in another series. So it's kind of where the plan of this channel's kind of aiming towards, and see if I can get some consistent content out. Did do one series, tried doing a different format rather than just time lapse or just a simple let's play like this, but and that one had some time, a bit of a time lapse, but it was a jump cut with the time lapse, and I don't know, I thought it was kind of a neat way to do it, but it takes a pile of time to edit that out, and a lot of thought process, and when doing the video also recording to kind of get worthwhile viewing of the work being done that I wanted to jump cut around through. So might go back to that series and do a little bit more with it, but it was kind of an experiment to see one, if how much I like to do it, and two, if it got any interest whatsoever from anybody. And I mean, at the moment it did have a few views, but there wasn't that much interest that I could tell based off of the analytics on the video. So I may not go back to that one. Hard to say. We'll play that one by ear. So yeah, just thinking as we are planning on doing cattle, and there are now different breeds of cattle within with the seasons mod in there. Whether we should go with dairy cattle or more of meat cattle, I guess. I think we can get more daily income if we had a lot of dairy rather than just waiting for, or I guess I don't know how that works with seasons. I guess seasonal dairy with some dairy cattle. So, but we'll take a little more attention to that. But again, any thoughts or how that would work best considering with the seasons? Again, please just feel free to leave a comment below and take all the advice I can get on that. So typically I like when I'm not playing in seasons, I've been using the what's it called, a different cattle breed mod, and which I think is just awesome. And so I like doing the dairy, kind of getting different cattle depending on what map I'm on. Try and stick to close to if it's supposed to be a European or UK map, that type of what they would have, like Ayrshire or whatever type. And then if it's more of an American or whatever type, then it seems to be the kind that goes with that area. So yeah, that's probably what we'll try and do even on here with whatever the breeds are, and set up with seasons also. So yeah, so we're almost getting this done, getting the wheat put in. We are, I don't know, we're halfway through the afternoon, so we're making pretty good time on this. We'll get that done. I think that'll be probably our day for this video, and then next one we'll be worrying about fertilizing all this, and if we have any money, we'll maybe worry about what we're gonna do when it comes time for weeds. But I was still tempted to sell the other tractor. I'm not too sure if it's gonna provide me any extra purpose right now with the gameplay we're playing right now, and the seasons mod, and just the way things are laid out. Typically, without the seasons, or even with seasons, but not playing quite as attempting to play quite as realistic, get as many tractors and doing as many things as with as many workers and so on as possible. But I think right now one tractor is going to be pretty good at keeping up with everything. And if I'm wrong on that, well, then we'll worry about that. But the money from the sale of the other tractor might be worthwhile, as there's so much more equipment yet to purchase. So, and I think getting that other field and getting grass growing, planted also, just seems like a great idea. And the sooner we get that done, sooner we'll be ready for when it's time to get that grass drying to become hay. So, and we'll get everything baled. So I gotta get a baler yet too. Probably can only afford a round baler, which is fine. Probably what Only thing this tractor is going to be able to pull is a round baler, I'm imagining. So, but so we'll look into that. Here, probably 1 or 2 more passes, and then we'll clean up some of the spots I missed. Let's go around this way. Can't imagine. Well, this might not too bad. Finding the seeder's just slightly wider than what I believe the cultivator was, so I think we're still not going to quite get everything on this, but it's definitely feel like I was missing less with this unit, so which is always a good thing. So let's finish this row up here. I don't know if that missing these little spots make all that huge amount of difference. Such a small amount, but just keeps it uniform looking. The other thing too with the fertilizer, once we get fertilizer, we're gonna have to look at alternative tires also, because we do have crop destruction. Alright, there's another big piece here. I'm gonna worry about those little pieces here to my right. I'm gonna get this big piece down here. And then I think we're gonna pack her up, put her away. Perfect. So that's that job. So we got our first field, which will hopefully be successful. We're gonna park this. We'll park it over here. And we only used 48%. So that's actually, since we have this here, let's probably see if we can get much in here. All right. Well, at least as realistic as this will get. Oh, I gotta lower it. Gotta lower it. There we go. Doesn't take on too much damage when I run it into a wall, so that's a bonus. Another thing I guess to look into is going to be wash facilities and probably some form of workshop for repair. So, but we'll look into that as the time comes. So these will have to move. We have one more weight, which we probably could sell if we're going to get rid of that tractor. I'm pretty sure this is what I'm going to get rid of. Right here. Doesn't have any hours on it, so should get a decent price for it. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'll get that worked out, and we'll go up to the store. We'll sell this tractor off, and pick up our fertilizer. So I'm gonna get in here. Guess it was already running. I am gonna need somebody. I'm gonna hire somebody, I guess, to come up there with me. Oops. And to the store. And get somebody else to drive that other tractor up. Alright, we're all good to go. I think we got everybody organized, so I'm gonna head up to the store. See if I remember how to get there. And try not to get too messed up in traffic here. Better turn on my beacon. Hopefully I'll keep up here. So a little bit of a trek up to the store, but it'll be worth it. We'll get our fertilizer at the same time. And probably look at what we got to do with tires, because I am going to need skinny tires now that we've done that. We are going to need a way at home there to swap tires around, so we may have to look at getting a service garage, shop, utility trailer, something there that we can swap tires with relatively easy without having to drive off up here to the store every single time. Alright, back on track. Managed to get a little lost already. Still learning this map. Did find where the spinner here was. Luckily we're in tractors, so doing U-balls in weird places it was alright. See if we can get down to the speed limit. Not burning through town too fast. Right, I think this is a store here. Let's pull in. All right. While I'm here, I might as well just take a quick look on where I need to take this tractor. Must be fuel there, cool. Where my sell point is, sometimes it's at this other building. Seen on other maps where it's right about here, but I'm not seeing a trigger for it. I feel like it's right in front of me and I'm just not seeing it. Well, I think what I'm going to do is just talk to the guys at the store and maybe I'll figure that out another time. Maybe I'm in the wrong spot or something for selling it. So you can already see the difference here. We got not even an hour on the tractor we've been using and it's already lost 15, 16 $1,000 on it. So let's sell that back to them there. That's been sold. And while we're here, we're going to pick up some fertilizer, spreader. Yeah, just this one, unfortunately. If we want to do lime, we do not have the one in here that would do both lime and fertilizer. So that'll be, we'll worry about lime another day. Another year, I guess we could say. So buy that. We can take that there back with us. What does that hold? 32. Buy a bag, and if we need to, we'll get another bag delivered. Perfect. Alright, so I'm just going to throw this on the back since I got the weight on it. Back up a little more. Got everything there. Get up, open her up, and we'll fill right from there. Sure. So I know we're losing a little bit of oh, just realized I bought lime and not fertilizer. We're losing a little bit of our realism just with the fact that we aren't able to dump directly in, but maybe we'll sort that out yet. Hitting a button and it autofills. Alright, so I'm going to run with that. I got 2,000 liters of fertilizer. Close the cover. Lift it off the ground and draw it here. Head back to the farm. We'll try and drive relatively nice. This lovely town. And we'll pick a lane. There we go. Well, I do like driving on this road. It's a bit of a trek from the farm up to the shop, but at the same time, I do like the trees and the bushes they got on this map. He's got it filled in real nice. And we got glitches. So many glitches. A lot of traffic, a lot of trees, a lot of glitches. Alright, so we're almost home. It's not too bad actually. I guess if a drive helps when you don't get lost. We're gonna go around this guy. Sure, that's something they do in real life, right? Alright, so find our entrance. Wasn't the entrance I wanted. Hopefully should work. Perfect. Well, I got this here. I think we have time. We got other days yet to go, so I'm gonna save doing the fertilizing for the next time. So actually, this is a little deeper of a shed. I'm gonna park in here. Shut her down. We're set. We got new toys. Shut the light off. We got new toys. We have fertilizer. We have a little bit more money in the bank. We might even have to look at buying another piece of property. Maybe we can get that piece already, number 2. And maybe we'll worry about that next time also. Be nice to get some grass planted there. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. If feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this series so far, what I could do better, or what you'd like to see. And if you liked it and want more of this type of thing, please hit the like button. So see you next time.